What's up, Cancer? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, let's jump into this mid month reading. Now, it's funny because yesterday I did record a reading for you guys, but I was in like such a weird, like bummy place myself that I'm just like, I don't like my appearance and I don't like what I'm bringing to the table. I only like doing YouTube when I'm like really able to put 100% in it. So, I wanted to do this reading for you guys again. But I did spend like 17, 18 minutes on that reading. So if you guys do want to see that, because again, I just don't want to post it on YouTube, I did put it on my website, just a small donation of $5.55, and you can watch it. It's yours, okay? You will get a document and it'll have the link for it. So it's an unlisted link, okay? All right, guys. So let's see what's going on, okay? Now, for these mid-month readings, this is going to be for about January 15th to February 15th. And this will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Cancer signs. So what's going on with you guys? Was this the High Priestess? That's always a good card to pop. That just means you're very in tune, you're very aware of your surroundings, your intuition is strong. All right, guys. All right, so we have past, present, and future. Okay. So the energy that we have is the Nine of Cups. So this is a card of happiness, fulfillment, having a lot of your desires met. We have the Ten of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the Fool card. So here, it might be that you need to be careful of something that may bring you joy. Sorry, there's like lint flying. Having to be careful of joy of a situation where it can bring you joy, but something about it at the same time could be very burdening. Okay. Where you kind of like look at it and say, you know, I need to take a whole new path. All right. Okay, guys. So with this past, I'm going to talk about the cards individually, but just with the energy that I see, there's definitely conflict and someone putting a really high wall up. Okay. With the King of Cups in the reverse, this could be someone who's very jealous. This could be someone who's like overburdening. This could be a player in love. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is someone who's very, very on edge. They have a very high wall up. Somebody that could be prone to making things worse than what it is. Okay. So let's see what this past is talking about. We have the Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups in the reverse. So there's definitely something, guys, that was being worked on, that someone just felt emotionally unstable with this, or somebody just wasn't stable in this at all, where there was just a lot of conflict here. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Page of Cups. So you're in a situation where, again, something is really throwing a person off. Someone's just not acting, you know, the right way. And it's like you're realizing that the worst that could have happened and something has already happened. And you're really, you know, you could be in a place where you're feeling like something is just not working out for you. But it's like at the same time, you have something panning out for you. You have success in a situation, but it literally comes from kind of like a fucked up situation, if that makes sense. All right, so let's see why this Queen of Swords in the reverse is here. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. I see someone very protective over something that is trying to come into their life. And they're being very, very honest with themselves. Okay, they have a very high wall up against this. And it's like you know that in order to really move forward with something and get control of everything, um, you kind of have to push away from something. There's something you kind of like lose faith in, and you really just want to stand your ground with that. You realize that it could be something that's troubling. Okay. Now in the present moment, we have the Nine of Swords. So you're really just being in your head, worrying a lot, overthinking, overanalyzing. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Swords. So there could be a lot of mental blockages right now, guys. Maybe there's some sort of idea that you had off, and it's just like you're trying to figure out a way to make it move forward. But this could be arguing. This could be having, a huge creative block. This could be someone that's just not thinking correctly. They're not thinking properly. And you're really between a rock and a hard place, okay? There's definitely a tough decision that has to be made. And something that's like kind of waiting for you, okay? But it's like someone's just not going towards this 100%, all right? Now, the center of your reading is a Death card in the reverse, so definitely something that needs to be tended to, something that needs to be closed out, something that needs to be completed in some way, shape, or form. With this being the center of your reading, I see it as a central energy. I see it as basically like the major focus of this time for you guys. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Swords. You guys have a lot of sword energy coming out. So if you're not dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, then it's you guys having to be very, very logical and having to not be in your feelings or your emotions with the decisions that you're making. But I definitely see something that you guys stop putting effort into because there's just too much of an imbalance. Maybe some of you are specifically not working right now and you're having money problems for that reason. It could be you searching for a job and still kind of being on that search. The Queen of Wands, keeps staying at the bottom of the deck. So that could be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. But that's also a creator. That's someone who's very passionate. That's someone who just dives all in. They're a natural leader. Okay, wow, 2 cards flipped out. So we have the Hermit card and we have the Emperor card. So you guys are being very logical at this point. You're needing to definitely get your thought process clear and organized so that you know what direction you're going to head towards. But this is definitely going to be a month where I feel like you have to hone in and you have to really listen to your spirit and to your soul and what it's really wanting to say to you, okay? Your soul is very uncomfortable with something that it's ready to release, okay? And this doesn't have to be a person. This could be childhood trauma. This could be maybe an ex that you just think about and think about and think about, something that you just energetically have to release. But you're doing so, okay? Now, moving forward into the future, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this is, no longer being part of a conversation. Maybe you stop talking to someone. Maybe they stop talking to you. This is where there's no reciprocation. So maybe, let's say you're working like at a job or something and you're just doing a lot of work. You're putting a lot of effort in. This could be you maybe not getting praised for it or maybe not getting paid on time, things like that. So things that aren't happening in a 1, 2, 3 back and forth, way. So let's see why this is here. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Five of Wands. For some of you, maybe it's some sort of financial struggle, okay? But someone's really on guard, and I just see kind of like a tense situation where something is found out, something comes to light, but at the same time, it helps you to dodge a bullet, and it actually helps you to avoid pain, okay? Or to avoid some sort of disappointment. Now, the next card here is the King of Pentacles. So this could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. This is also someone who is very reliable, very stable. They're willing to roll up their sleeves, do the work, get dirt under their fingernails, cook meals from scratch, all of that. Okay, so I flipped two cards, guys. So we have the Magician in the reverse, and we have the Justice card in the reverse. So this is all very interesting because, again, um, there's a situation that just something is unjust about it. There's manipulation, there's reservation towards this. It could be something that's kind of like tense and troubling, but it really stabilizes you. Okay, whether it's your doing or someone else is doing, this actually brings good things to you. I feel this is strongly financial, and I'm happy because I like to see things, just other than love. For a lot of you, something may not work in your favor or in someone's favor around you, but you benefit from this. If you've been struggling at all financially, an unstable situation brings you to stability with your finances, okay? The last card that we have is the Three of Cups in the reverse. So let's see what this is about. For some of you, specifically, maybe you're married and you found out that your partner was cheating and there's not a prenup and now they owe you money because of it. That could be it as well. Tisk, tisk, tisk. All right, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Temperance card. So yeah, there's something that is draining, but your soul is really at ease with this. It's like something really good comes from this. It puts you in a place where you're just like, give me that shit. All right, let's do this. Something really good comes out of this. And with the Eight of Swords in the reverse here, it really allows you to move forward. It's like you're no longer in your head about certain things. So that's really, really great. Like if you're stuck on anything mentally, it really pushes you out of that rut. All right. So let's get some advice cards for you guys. We have the Two of Wands, the Moon card, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. There's just something that becomes very clear, guys, where it might not have turned in the direction that you had wanted it to or expected it to. Okay, and it could have been something you were passionate about. But whether there was a loss of money or someone is just completely done with something that's out of control, it's like you are able to really expand because of this realization. Why is this Two of Wands here? Four of Pentacles. Why is this Moon card here? Knight of Swords in the reverse. And why is this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here? You have the Three of Swords. Okay. So it was definitely something reckless. Where now you have to clutch your wallet. You don't want your money fucked with at all, or you just have to be protective over yourself. Something reckless where there's some sort of disappointment. But again, regardless of how rough this disappointment is, this is you guys at the end of it. You have the Ten of Cups. So it does lead to a lot of happiness, and I feel like a lot of you may not see it right away because maybe you're angry about something or maybe someone around you is angry, but it puts you into a position where you're really able to manifest something. And with the Star card, it's like you get wish fulfillment. Maybe some of you specifically were like waiting on money or going to court or suing for something, and it was just a huge process having to go to court and seeing all these proceedings and shit, but like finally you win. Okay. Yeah. Someone fucked up and someone is benefiting because of it. Very interesting. Okay. So if you guys do want to check out that other reading, see what more it could add, it's on my website. The link is in the description below, but the website is highvibrationswithliz.com. Okay, so guys, you can follow me on social media. My personal Instagram is highvibrations44. My tarot Instagram is highvibrationstarot. And if you need a reading, check the description below. Take care.